Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and a lot of people have been messaging me. They've been wondering, how come I haven't done a Hyundai yet? You know, it's funny because there once upon a time was a situation where Hyundai was looked down upon. And still to this day, there's lots of people that don't really feel Hyundai is to the level of, say, a Honda or a Toyota. Well, guess what? I am here with this brand new, fresh off the truck, 2019 Hyundai Veloster Turbo. Let me give you a little bit of a history lesson about Hyundai. Hyundai did not come into the United States until about that mid to late 80s, around 1987. The car that they offered was a Hyundai Excel. You could get it in a hatchback or you could get it in a four-door sedan. I'll be honest, they were junk. They were throwaway cars. They had lots of problems, but guess what? Hyundai stuck with it. They did try to get some engineering down, they did try to get some technology, and over the years they were able to finally start putting out a product to where they could be really proud of it. Really where I think the turning point was 2003. And the reason why I say 2003 is because that's when Hyundai came out with like an all-new revised Tiburon. Remember that car, the Tiburon? Because you should. This car replaced the Tiburon. Tiburon was a two-door sports car, was front-wheel drive. You could get in a four-cylinder or V6, but it was attractive looking. It was actually a really good-looking car, that 2003 model. And then as the years went by, with the new revised Sonatas and the Elantras and the Santa Fe's, I really feel that Hyundai has really upped their game and in a way has done to the Japanese car companies what the Japanese car companies did to the American car companies back in the 70s and 80s. I know some of you will disagree with that, but hey, that's what life is all about, having discussions about these types of things. But anyways, let's focus on this Veloster. So the Veloster came out onto the scene in 2012. It was revolutionary because you didn't know what it was. You looked at it and you're like, something seems a little odd about that. And I'm going to point out some of those things that maybe were odd at first and now are like a little niche for the Veloster. So let's go ahead and look at the front here. For 2019, first time they totally redesigned the whole car. I love what Hyundai has done with the front of this car. Now this is a turbo, so there's going to be some things that are a little bit different from your standard Hyundai Veloster. At the end of the day, underneath this hood is going to be a 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, putting out 201 horsepower. And what's wonderful is they reworked the whole chassis, including that rear suspension, which was a real bear, holding it back when it came to handling. But I really like what Hyundai has done with the headlights. One thing that maybe would be a little bit of a zonk is if you look at the LED marker runner lights, they're kind of like these individual LEDs, and during the day they kind of light up a little weird. I wish they were just one solid strip. I think it would give it a more attractive look, like an Audi or a BMW. And yes, I know from time to time you're going to find a lot of different styling cues from other car companies in Hyundai. And when you think about it, Hyundai has brought over a lot of German engineers from some of those bigger known companies, including the guy that was once the head of the M division at BMW. So I really like the new headlight housing, very attractive, except for those marker lights. Other than that, very nice. I like this lower area here. Now, I'm not, like you say, the biggest fan of fake grills. It is small, so I'll give them that. At least it's not too large. They could have made it even a little bit smaller, this fake grill area. But if you notice here, this side opening, that is functional. That's an actual functional aid for aerodynamics. Very, very nicely done. Another thing that I like what they've done is they've integrated the lower lip spoiler perfectly on the turbo model. You see the little red trim? That is going to be on that turbo model. Like the open grill area, yes, this mimics an Audi, but I like the way that they kind of put like a little bit of a twist to the design and a very nice prominent Hyundai logo. Definitely the logo is a better logo than that other South Korean brand, Kia. I think with the Kia logo, that's one thing that's sort of holding it back. I like the logo of the Hyundai brand and the Hyundai car company. Going into the hood, it has some nice aggressive body lines into the hood. If you're wondering, what is this car? Is it gray? Is it white? It's actually called chalk white. Very cool color, especially with it overcast with all these clouds and it just got done raining. It really has a nice look to it, especially with the black roof. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side of this 2019 Veloster Turbo. These are turbo specific wheels. So what you're looking at is you're looking at an 18-inch wheel in diameter. I do like the gunmetal. I like the brushed aluminum here, and there's that red trim. One thing I would like to see is go ahead and paint the calipers red. You know, I think that would be a nice touch. I know some people think it's cheesy. I think it would work well with the red that they're trying to bring into the whole turbo brand. As we work our way down, love the piano black on the mirrors. Very, very nice touch. And Hyundai does a really great job of integrating the LED turn signal into that side mirror housing. Very, very nicely done. I think another feature on the new 2019 Veloster Turbo is the blacked out roof. You can see this one has a nice large sunroof here, and that is something that's going to allow a lot of light in, because I don't know if Lori, my camera person, could show you inside. There is a little bit of a glare, but you can see there's a really nice light interior, and I think that's going to pay big dividends for when you're inside when it comes to space. This is a smaller car. I think with the lighter grayish interior, that's going to make it feel more open. Another thing that I like on the turbos is I like this lower sill panel. Really gives it aggressive lines. And then as the car, I think the most distinctive thing of a Veloster is the back. When we get to the back, that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part of the new car. Come around to the side here, you'll see I love what they did to the back of the Veloster. I love the new taillight housings, very almost Lamborghini-esque. Like if you look at the back of a Aventador, the way that the design here, very similar. You can see it is a very small back window. So when you're looking out behind, you know, the wheel of the car and you're looking in that rearview mirror, it is a little hard, but they designed it in a way to where it doesn't look so bulbous. Nice piano black spoiler here to help get that air, and you can see it has a little bit of a bend. This is functional, very, very nicely done. And then finally, to wrap it off, I love the lower diffuser area here. It's got some nice silver. I like the little diffuser stakes that they put there, and this flat black. Here's another thing. You see that? You see me moving the exhaust? That's the first time on a Veloster Turbo where the exhaust actual exits move, because on the older cars, the pipes were actually behind these fake metal tips. So if you went up and you touched the metal tips, they're actually part of the rear bumper. This is the actual exhaust. Another thing that is lurking underneath the bodywork is a whole new rear suspension. That new rear suspension, that independent rear suspension, is going to allow this Veloster to handle like a dream. And then there it is, that 1.6T. T obviously stands for turbo. I think one thing I would like to see is on the older Veloster Turbos, it had a turbo script to it. That was a nice little touch. I would like to see that. Now, if you are saying to yourself, well, I like where this is going, I just want more, get set, because in October, November, Hyundai is going to release the Veloster N. N is going to be their new performance brand, like STI, like AMG, like M with BMW, M as in Mary. N as in Nancy is going to be with the Hyundai brand. You're looking at 275 horsepower. So you're going from 201, 275 horsepower, a bunch of electronics that you could mess around with suspension and everything else. So very, very nice package. And this is something that, hey, for the low 20,000s, you could get into this car, have something that's distinctive, have something that performs. If you go the automatic route with this car, because you can go 6-speed manual, which is nice to see, or you could go with the automatic. The automatic is a DSG, so it is a dual clutch automatic transmission, which is going to give you those quicker shifts than, say, some CVT slot box transmission. But anyways, if these are the types of cars that you like to see on Raity's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you have not subscribed yet, think about it. I'm out here in the rain getting this footage for all of you guys. That's the type of work ethic that I have and the time that I like to put in. So definitely hit that subscribe button. For those who have subscribed, thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. We're going up, and that's the only way to go. We're going up, so thank you for being there. Check out my website, raitiesrides.com, my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All Raity's Rides original content all the time. If you have not gotten yourself a Raity's Rides t-shirt and you're wondering, well, how do I get one of those? Go on my YouTube channel page, the main page, click that About tab, and there will be a link, a direct link to Bonfire. They're 15 bucks. They're comfy as hell. Get yourself a shirt. I want to give a huge thank you. I love you no, it's not Tom, my cameraman, but I love you. My wife, Lori, working the camera tonight because Tom was busy doing some stuff, but I also love Tom as well. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.